Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone in Perthshire, in Scotland, for another one of our wee half-hour live concerts. And this is number 68 now. I'm slowly getting near that 100 number that I was talking about at the end of last year, and it's a bit kind of daunting, but anyway, I'd like to welcome you all to the old schoolhouse. It's very cold tonight. It's -2 outside. In fact, it was -8 yesterday. It was really cold, you know. And the tatty faces, they've nearly used up all my wood. You know, I think they've got a wood burning stove in their shed, and I was out visiting them and it's toasty, but I think they must keep it on all night because they've nearly gone through all my wood. Anyway, I thought I would start with this wee song, just to kind of waken up the vocal cords and get the fingers working. I had my big woolly gloves on until we made the cameras live. So there's just me and Jenny in here tonight, and so we'll see how we get on. And this is actually live. I have to tell you that we actually do this live. It's not been recorded and put out. It's live. So Jenny's got a big red button at the top there in case. I think there's a 30-second delay between when we do it and you get it. But Jenny's got a big red button in case I swear or say any bad words. She can press the button and there'll be a beep before you guys get it. So if anything goes wrong, it goes wrong, and that we just have to deal with that. Okay, so here we go. All eyes are empty, they hide the heavy heart. Who'll fix the broken dream before it falls apart? And all things equal, to whom it may concern, the child will lose the place, and time will never learn. Hide away, don't hide away, it's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear, and so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away, so many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. And all things equal, it's useless to ignore the well-known stranger who is waiting at your door. We stand in silence, oh, how could we be here, waiting in the shadow light for nothing to appear? Hide away, don't hide away, it's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away, so many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. And all things equal, to whom it may concern, the soldier leaves his post, the jury will adjourn. and all faults forgotten, and old fools won't repent, as around their jaded words they loiter with intent. Hide away, don't hide away, it's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away, so many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. Let me sing it with me, go on. Hide away, don't hide away, it's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away, so many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Resolution, just to kind of waken up the vocal cords and get the fingers moving. And I'm going to do this wee song next, and it's not a song I do very much, but I've been working. I've been working away on. You probably know that I've been working away on a kind of not a musical, but a bit of music theatre using my songs, and this is one of the songs that's in it. And I was working away this week with Jamie on it, and I thought, oh, I'll sing that again because I haven't. If I could count in one hand the number of times I've actually sung it, and it's called The Burial, and it up on the ridges above the Botterstone here, up on the hill above Botterstone here, there's a whole lot of burial cairns, circular burial cairns right on the ridge of the hill. And down below is where the Iron Age villages are scattered around. And they're obviously burials of very important people. Now, probably a chief or something. And so in my story, I've got the death of the chief. And I created this, I've got this picture in my head. I did this for a thing called the Moor of Gormac a number of years ago. But this picture of the youth of the village carrying the chief up the hill to the burial mound, and they got a whole ceremony of the burial of their chief. And like in all these times, they positioned these burials up on the hill so that the chief so that the people who had passed away were still part of the village. They were kind of high up on the ridge, and they could look down on the village. And the wisdom of these old guys or old ladies was still kind of with the village, Anyway, we'll try it, and this could go pear-shaped, but we'll try it and just see how we got on. Okay, let's go. That's right. So I want you to imagine this kind of procession of them carrying this chief to the burial ground. Together to grieve, we carry him high on shoulders of youth, to where the land meets the sky, places chosen and carefully prepared, a circle of stone to defend all the strength he shared. And now the old one has broken away, and now the old one has left with the dawn. And now the old one has broken away, gone from the fire, his face from the glow. Light fades away, still guides the way that we go. The stoner's ready and waits for the word, a sacred symbol that's shouted but never is heard. Face the east with the shadows and lines carefully placed with the help of the secret signs. And now the old one has broken away, and now the old one has left with the dawn. Now the old one has broken away, gone from the fire, his face from the glow. Light fades away, but he still guides the way that we go. Now we place him in the womb of the land. The branch is broken, and life is away with the sand. Now he's lowered to sleep with the sun. Oh, rest your head gently, oh weary, oh wise one. And now the old one has broken away, and now the old one has left with the dawn. Now the old one has broken away, gone from the fire, his face from the glow. Light fades away, but he still guides the way that we go. We'll do that again. And now the old one has broken away, now the old one has left with the dawn. And now the old one has broken away, gone from the fire, his face from the glow. His light fades away, he still guides the way that we go. Thank you very much. That's my song, The Burial. There was a few senior moments there with the words, but that's part of doing a live thing and doing something that you don't normally do, and taking a wee chance with it and trying to remember all the words. It's kind of interesting song because it's all one note. It's all kind of on a modal thing. That we were looking at it today, and we were deciding that there was only one chord in the whole song. I think Jamie and I. Anyway, this is the time when we're going to do a wee bit of singing. But before I do that, I don't normally do a kind of advertising thing from the stage here, but those of you who have been following the shows for the last 10 months will know that I have been kept going by the supply of a very, very lovely glass of gin and a glass of port. A 1985 port supplied by my dear friend Nigel. And he keeps coming. Just when I'm just running out of port, I'll just show you. There it is there. I have one again tonight. And just when I keep running out, he'll bring me another bottle. And So I have to explain a wee bit about who Nigel is because today is his 65th birthday, and I'd like to wish him a very happy birthday. And thanks for all the support over the last 10 months. But Nigel and his partner Beverly and my son Jamie and his partner Tanya, they have a little business. They have made a gin. This is about a year old, this wee business. So I thought I would just show it to you, seeing as it's Nigel's birthday. And they've used my tune. I wrote a fiddle tune which was used in the movie The Last of the Mohicans, and the tune was called The Gale. And it's the bit in the movie where you see Daniel Day-Lewis running up the waterfall and stuff like that, and there's a fiddle tune, and that's my tune. Anyway, they called the gin The Gale, and cleverly they have my tune in the paper. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the notes of my tune, The Gale, are on the back of the bottle. And you look through the glass, and it's all kind of amplified. And maybe I can, if I turn it to that camera there, would you get down a little bit? Yeah, up a bit. There we go. Yeah, well, anyway, it's brilliant. And there's the big one, and there's a little one, and then there's a wee teeny baby one of the Gale. And I joke with people. I say, like, well, if you like, it's a malt gin, which is a very special. It's got kind of a heather for the botanics, and it's very smooth and delicious. And but I joke with people. I say you can put that on the table and you can get your fiddle out and you can start playing the tune, and then you can have another wee glass of it, and then you can keep playing the tune. And by the time you're about halfway down, you're starting to sound like Stefan Grappelli, And so I thought I would give Nigel and Jamie's gin a wee plug tonight because they've worked so hard. And if you can actually find that, you can buy a bottle on their website. I think it's thegale.co.uk. I think you can buy a bottle from thegale.co.uk, and you can find out more information about it. It's fantastic for kind of cocktails and things like that, And in fact, I might have a little one after the show. Anyway, I'm going to do this song with the chorus for you all, hold on. And this was a request from somebody who asked me if I would sing this, and it's a very simple little song. It's my version of the kind of night visiting song. Oh, that guitar's on. Yeah. So what you sing is you sing, "Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night?" Now I'm just going to wish Nigel a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nigel. It's an excuse to have a me. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? And here we go. I'll do the chorus a couple of times for those of you who might not know this wee song, but a lot of you will. But I'll do the chorus a couple of times so you know what to sing. It goes like this. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? See, it's very easy. We're going to get some great harmonies from the Tatty Faces during this as well. So here we go. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? One more time and we'll have it nailed. Okay, here we go. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? Oh, and I may lose my way back home, lose the signs that I've been shown, wander helpless through the storm, all alone. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? When I may lose the sense to run, finish what I've not begun, fading with the winter sun, everything undone. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? When I may lose the strength to dream, for nothing is the way it seems, in all the places I have been, forever unseen. Here we go. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? This is a place where you sing it on your own, without the tatty faces to begin with, just on your own. Here we go. Will you hear? It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So fantastic you should do it again. With the tatty faces doing a wee bit of a harmony with it. Maybe you can try a wee harmony yourselves. But I'm definitely getting the vibe here in the old schoolhouse, and coming through the air. Here we go. A bit louder with the tatty faces. All right, guys? Yeah. Will you hear? We could do it one more time. That's sounding fantastic. You know, you're just getting the hang of it now. Getting the confidence there in front of your laptop in your kitchen. I can worried that your neighbours are looking through the window and saying, "What the goodness me, what's going on in there?" Here we go. Will you hear? Oh, and nothing ever calms the fear, out of sight but always near, waiting for the sky to clear. I will disappear. Will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? The last time, will you hear me if I'm calling on this wild and windy night? Will you catch me if I'm falling on this wild and windy night? On this wild and windy night. Well done. Well done. That sounded great. And it's a nice wee song to sing that. I enjoy singing it myself. It's sometimes it's funny as a songwriter, you know, when you're writing away, you're working away, and you invent things, and then you make a wee chorus that and you don't know where it came from, and you just love to sing it yourself, and it's just so easy to sing. I'm going to do this song now, and I thought, seeing as this is also seeing as times are really hard at the moment, I mean, and it's hard. They're hard all over the world. I mean, we're in complete lockdown. I know that the numbers are all going up, and everything's just kind of really kind of very, very, very worrying and upsetting at the moment. And so this is a wee point. So I thought we'd do another song with a chorus, just to kind of keep us cheery. And but this is a wee point where I also like to kind of thank I mean, particularly tonight, I want to kind of thank all the first responders, because I've been watching the news, and the kind of the overwhelming things are becoming overwhelmed, and I just don't know how all you guys are able to kind of keep your cool and keep your energy up, and I really admire what you're doing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. In fact, I'm going to have my own we used to do a clap for carers, and I'm going to have my own wee personal clap for you all just now, because it's amazing, and particularly all the kind of carers and the people that are at the kind of front line of this whole thing that's now becoming kind of very difficult, and but for all the people actually out there who are helping to keep our lives going, and I hope that this wee half hour can help just to kind of contribute something to kind of keep everybody a bit buoyant, and so I was going to do this song, which it's a song I don't sing, but I got requested. I did it one time on an American tour that I did years ago. And it's a lovely poem that was written by. She was a kind of. I think she was a kind of seer. No, she didn't write it. It's called the Highland Crofter's Lament, I think it is, and it was written up on Loch Tay. And it was about the Marquis of Breadalbane, who was the guy the Marquis of who owned a huge castle at Taymouth at the end of the loch. And he owned everything. He owned everything as far as you could see in one direction, and as far as you could see in the other direction, in all four directions. He owned everything. He owned all the houses on the land. He owned all the people on the land. And and so this kind of was a kind of it's a great wee poem, and I've always known it. So I made a tune, a wee melody, so I could sing it. And it's in Scots, so it might be quite complicated for you to understand. But I might go over some of the words afterwards, because the words are so good and so poignant. But what you sing is you sing "Frae Benmore to Kenmore." So Benmore is out in the west. That's right out the coast. Benmore to Kenmore, where the Taymouth, where his big castle was. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Marquises, all the Marquises, all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. Okay? So we'll try it and see if we go on, okay? Land is all the Marquises, it's all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Marquises, it's all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. So this was supposed to be spoken as a poem, and it's a bit of a tongue twister when it comes into song. We'll try the chorus again. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Marquises, it's all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Marquises, it's all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. The mossy knowes, the heathery knowes, and ilka bonny park is his. It's all the Marquises. The land is all the Marquises. The beardy goats, the towsy stoats, and all the braxy carcasses. It's all the Marquises. Land is all the Marquises. Here we go with the main chorus. Frae Benmore to Kenmore, the land is all the Marquises. It's all the ilka collie's bark is his. It's all the Mercos's, land is all the Mercos's. The moorcocks crow, the pipers blow, the gillies' day's work is his. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Here we go. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. The fish that swim, the birds that sing, the fir, the ash, the birk is his. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Yon castle horsey, big and braw, yon diamond-crusted dirk is his. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. The roofless hame, the burning shame, the factor's dirty work is his. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. The poor folks vexed, the lawyer's text, yon smirking legal shark is his. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Benmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. Well, try it on your own. To sing it in a kind of disgusted kind of way, not in a kind of happy, cheery way. Oh, the Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, land is all the Mercos's. Frae Kenmore to Benmore, the land is all the Mercos's. It's all the Mercos's, the land is all the Mercos's. The land is all the Mercos's. The land is all the Mercos's. The world is all the Mercos's. And that's that wonderful poem, the Highland Crofters Lament, and with the wee tune that I wrote to make it into a song so we could all sing it. And the words are brilliant. I'll just read you one of them, and I'll explain. The crofters rent, the tinker's tent, and every collie's bark is his. He even owns the bark from the collie. So the crofters rent, the tinker's tent, the collie, and every collie's bark is his. The moorcocks crow, the pipers blow. So he even owns the air, you know, the speed. It's the piper, the piper's air, and the gillies' day's work is his. I mean, he just owns everything. It's a fantastic kind of. Anyway, the story goes that Marquis of Breadalbane, there was somebody predicted that the Marquis of Breadalbane would leave the big Taymouth Castle on the back of a donkey with all his belongings in a sack. And that's exactly what happened to the Breadalbanes. In the end, they went from this huge wealth to kind of, I think, gambling it all away and doing all kinds of stuff. And then in the end, they had to sell the whole lot for the debts that they had. And now the big Taymouth Castle, I think it's a golf course up there now. But anyway, that brings me to the end of this wee half hour. I hope you've enjoyed it and had a wee bit of fun with a couple of kind of weird a couple of weird songs tonight, actually, that I wouldn't normally do. I'll just remind you about Nigel, Beverly, Jamie, and Tanya's gin. It's the Gale, and you'll find out more information about it at thegale.co.uk. And that's this wee ad is a bit of a thank you to them, to Jamie and Nigel, for helping me over the last 10 months with this live broadcast. Because there's just me and Jenny in here now. We're all locked down. Nobody's allowed to come and see us. I don't think even, maybe Nigel will hang a bottle of port on a piece of string at my gate or something. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Stay cheery, look after each other. We will all get through this, and no matter how tough things get, as long as we all look after each other, well, that's the main thing. And so, night, you all take care, and I'll see you next weekend for another wee half an hour from Boston. Bye-bye.